And when you eat these fake foods like oil, because oil is a fake food, it doesn't exist in nature. It's a fake food that damages the brain. It damages the brain because the rush of calories in the bloodstream, this heavy amount of caloric load, stimulates dopamine centers in the brain and stimulates the apostat. In other words, what happens is you get acclimated to the spike of calories, and the high spike of calories in the blood from oil and flour, when flour is sugar. White flour is a sugar equivalent. It's the same thing. White flour enters the bloodstream as sugar. So the body doesn't have any way to tell the difference between you ate sugar cube or honey or maple syrup or bagels or croissants or pizza or pasta. It's just coming in the bloodstream as sugar. So white flour is sugar in the blood. And it enters the bloodstream as fast as if you had sugar right from a spoon, eating just sugar out of a jar. It's almost the same thing. So you spike these calories in the blood, and then the brain, especially the dopamine centers in the brain, get accustomed to the surge of calories, the same way if you had a surge of snorted cocaine, or if you had a surge of opiates in the same area of the brain that's stimulated by opiates, and you have this dopamine stimulation from the surge, this high surge of calories that's not achievable naturally. It's only achievable with fake food designed by humans to get people addicted. And then over time, you become more dopamine sensitive, which means you're not feeling normal unless you have the high spike of calories in the bloodstream. You feel empty. You feel wasted. You feel like you're not satisfied unless you eat some foods to spike calories in the blood, because you're chronically used to these extra calories that are not food from oil and white flour. So now you're not happy with just having an apple. You have to have not concentrated calorically enough. You have to have something, a chocolate bar or dates, and you have to get more calories in the bloodstream. You have to fight for those extra calories. You have to have bread. You have to finish the meal with a cookie or a bagel or something, or some chips or some fries or some burgers or some meat. You're not satisfied with just a normal amount of calories, right? A normal amount of calories in a stomach that holds a liter of food is like 400, 500 calories. You're satisfied. You actually feel full with 400, 500 calories per meal. And those calories don't all come into the bloodstream. So what I'm saying is, when you're eating processed, modernized, these fake foods, these fast foods, and I call things that are fast foods, anything that enters the bloodstream fast. So white bread or Italian bread is fast food, because it enters the bloodstream fast. And all oil is fast food. Oil is completely unnatural for humans, and it puts a huge spike of calories in the blood. And maybe if you're working 8 hours behind a plow that weighed 800 pounds all day long in the field, or chopping wood all day, or a professional athlete, a little bit of oil would make too much difference. But people who are sitting on their bottoms all day and not doing much exercise, that oil converts right into fat, and it gives them extra calories because you're taking in calories without a significant micronutrient load. In other words, I'm saying right now that processed foods include oils and pasta and bread and mayonnaise and donuts and cookies and crackers and rice cakes and breakfast bars and chips and soft drinks and breakfast cereals, and all these things are processed foods, and they don't have much nutrients in them. They're mostly just calories. They're empty foods. And animal products, chicken, eggs, fish, meat, poultry, they also give you, have protein and fat in them, but they have an insignificant load of micronutrients. The vitamin content is very narrow. In other words, they contain a certain level of certain vitamins and minerals, but very moderate levels of just that small amount, a very small number of nutrients. You don't get a large number of nutrients that humans need. So I'm saying a piece of chicken is like a bagel, because they're both foods that don't have a significant micronutrient load. They're mostly just calories. So both animal products and processed foods are nutritionally deficient. As a primate, we're a green vegetable dependent animal. They should give every person being born, every mother giving birth and father giving birth to a baby, they should give them a pamphlet that says to them that humans are green vegetable dependent animals. And if they don't eat a sufficient amount of green vegetables, like the other primates, they can't have normal immune systems and they can't have a normal life. We are vegetable-dependent animals. So what I'm saying, of course, is sugar and flour aren't food, because food means it supplies the body with nourishment for sustenance and life. And sugar and flour, S/F means sugar and flour, are anti-nutrients, because the body has to metabolize them into energy, and it uses cofactors, vitamins and minerals, to to turn this glucose into energy, which strips the body of nutrients, and the body can't efficiently convert all those calories into energy. So we then shunt it towards fat storage. So sugar and flour accelerates fat storage and increases appetite and makes you to a food addict, and it leads to nutritional starvation, which then, because it strips the body of nutrients and doesn't supply the nutrients that are generated by its metabolism. In other words, when sugar or glucose is generating energy, it also produces free radicals. But that's okay to produce free radicals, because the foods that naturally contain sugar in nature, like oranges and mangoes and papaya or cherries, supply the antioxidants to diffuse the production of free radicals. And the sugar is intracellular, not extracellular, so it's not free sugar. It's bound to fiber in the cell, so it's absorbed slowly, and it's degraded and metabolized by bacteria in the gut. So it is a very complicated digestive process that's different when you eat fruit compared to when you eat straight sugar or flour. So this eating straight sugar and flour. So I'm saying here, the major causes of obesity are sugar and oils, right? Sugar and oils. And because it puts the body under attack, we can't turn it into, we store it into fat. We can't turn it into energy efficiently. It just makes us feel lethargic and with lack of energy, but we're building up more weight and we're getting more intramyocellular lipids, more marbling of the fat, and more fat around the muscle tissue, which makes you more insulin resistant and makes your muscles weaker. And then you don't feel like doing much exercise, and you feel kind of like a couch potato. So it leads to chronic fatigue. So eating bread and pasta and white rice leads to chronic fatigue and nutrient depletion. And eventually you have, your muscles waste away, and your bones waste away too, because your bone strength is proportional to your muscle strength.